America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
Good idea. They just go with the flow. It's the Herschy and Keegs show.
Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
And here we go, Herschy and the Keegs Show, Tuesday, December 9th. We are here once again, last minute. Our boy Mikey is not here. He's out of town opening up for a very big comic. And it's interesting. Mikey went ahead and decided last year that we were going to book Suzanne Galena for when her house was redone. And he booked her, and here she is, but no Mikey. So welcome, Suzanne Galena. I guess that means that you just slide into Mikey's guest chair. Mikey hasn't been here now. This is like the third week in a row. And listen, we said this from the beginning, that we're not going to compromise Mikey's comedy career. Even though this show is vitally important, his success as a comic kind of goes hand in hand with our success as a podcast. So Mikey's out there kicking ass, and you're here. Welcome back, Sue.
Hi, thanks.
Wow, my goodness gracious.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Tony.
Yeah.
Hi.
Isn't this nice, Tony?
This is
Yeah.
What
It
a
is
crew.
nice.
this is wonderful.
It
Mark.
is wonderful.
Wonderful.
So we have, I probably would say we probably have about 3.5 hours worth of material to cover with Sue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some advertisements immediately, and then we're gonna dive right in. Okay. So with no further ado, the Herschy and Keegs show is proudly sponsored by the fine folks over at Sophia Jewelry at 134 Gardeners Avenue right here in Levittown, specializing in diamonds and vintage jewelry. Go see our guy Omid for all of your buying and selling of jewelry, and mention Herschy and the Keegs for a free appraisal. We have our dear friend Kimberly O'Connor, 516-935-3555, Platinum Chiropractic. Dr. Kimberly O'Connor is fully dedicated to providing chiropractic solutions to address your unique needs. Whether you're experiencing back pain or neck pain, headaches or muscle tightness, make sure you call Dr. Kimberly O'Connor. Dr. Lee, that would be kind of cute. Dr. Lee Kimberly O'Connor, 516-935-3555. We have our buddy Anthony Banfitch over at New View Construction, established in 2007. They are the people to call for the finest craftsmanship and all of your general contracting needs. Call 516-924-5627 and do it with confidence. And of course, we have our buddy, Senior Account Manager Keith Dunn, American Restoration Solutions. When disaster strikes, and it will, we know that, they'll guide you to recovery. Call 516-662-9377 and ask for Senior Account Manager Keith Dunn. Disaster struck October 12th, 2024. Now, we're not going to spend a full hour on the fire, as we call it, because we did that, but we do have people watching for the first time. So just for a frame of reference, Sue, can you tell us Saturday morning, Friday going into Saturday, October 12th, 2024. Take the floor, lady.
Well, we were having pizza.
So,
earlier
that's
that
October. So you're going to go back to October 23. Okay.
No, not 23. That would have been like
October
10 days
11th.
after.
Right. A year before we were having pizza. Right. So one night before we were having pizza at your
You know
house.
what? I just am really sidetracked by notes that you have. They look like they're hieroglyphics. How do you read them?
Well, it's for me to read and nobody else to.
Perfect.
Right. So,
Anywho.
so it's about 7 or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock.
Having pizza after the game.
After the game. So a very rare occasion where John was out of town with Luca. He was out fishing in Montauk, I believe. Stacy was in Chicago getting prepared for a marathon. And Samantha and Anna were in school. So really just home were me and Maxie, you and Gigi and Nino. That was it.
Right.
Pizza, hanging out, house all packed up. We took the last picture ever known to be taken in that house.
Yes.
And let's fast forward to
58.
Yeah, in the morning. Okay, go ahead.
1:58.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs are growling.
Mm-hmm.
The house is dark.
Yep.
Not knowing what's going on. Heard a little creaking. Thought maybe home invasion.
Right.
Nino is in the bed with me. Mom, can I sleep in the bed with you because, Daddy's not home. I want to stay in the bed with you. And who tells their baby no? Of course we do.
Right. Nope.
Get up, go check out the scene. I walk down the hallway of my bedroom, still dark, down the hallway of the upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Notice it's pretty bright outside. There is a lamppost outside that window. So, but it's brighter than normal.
Yep.
Lift open the shade and...
It fully engulfed in flames.
Fully engulfed.
Yeah.
Fully engulfed. Ran back to G's room, got her up, got Nino up. We waited at the top of the stairs, went down together. We go down the stairs together. I say to G, don't open the door. She opens the door.
Well, she touches the door, burns her hand. I remember that.
She opened the door and it came in like the movie Backdraft.
Came back.
Yeah,
Okay.
she shut the door.
Got
and
you.
we booked out the back door.
Yeah.
Dogs with us and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Left the back door open so the dogs came and followed us.
Right.
And we went through the gate, which I now look back and I've seen video.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how we went through that gate. But we went through the gate and I yelled to them, you have to go to Mark's house because Mark's definitely sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, I was down there because I had been out at Nick Raystone's movie and I fell asleep on the couch. And then that's when, if you watch back on the video, the screaming. Well, before that, you hear screaming in the street on the ring camera. And you hear Mark, and then is when the banging, the thumping happened.
Right. We didn't have that footage when I was here last time.
That's right.
So now that we've watched it, we know exactly what has happened.
That's right. And it's horrifying. The banging happened. We got them settled in the house really quickly.
You did.
And then we ran back out and explained why we had to run back into the
Because
street.
my dogs, I have a self-closing gate because of the pool. The gate closed. I was on the one, I'm a corner house. On the other side is the street. And I had to start banging the fence to feel where the trampoline was. And once I felt there wasn't a trampoline, I knew I can get through the fence, started shaking it, rocking it. It's PVC. The slats started to come out, and we started to get the dogs out. I mean, that is when another tragedy struck.
Right. Well, it just so happened, and we're not going to dwell on this because it's been a year and I have recovered. But I one of the dogs. I mean, the dogs were like. So just picture, Tony. You picture the silence of 2:00 in the morning, but the hollow roars of a fire.
Yeah.
So you hear the crackling in the fire, but you hear nothing else. But you hear the dogs barking like you've never heard dogs bark before. And of course, they just want to run. And in the incident, one of the dogs spun around, and my finger was caught, and I suffered a finger injury. With it was their collar.
It was their collar because we didn't have leashes.
We had no leashes. So I suffered an injury, which, when the EMTs came, it wasn't addressed. So we're not going to talk about that. But, so subsequently, the fire was put out, then it wasn't, and then it was put out, and by 4 a.m, it was, I think, put out, but then again at 7.
Yeah. Then I think like 4:45 is when my father-in-law wanted to,
right.
start putting it out.
So amazingly, of course, you go through these feelings that the Galena family did, and the kids were good, the dogs were good, and then you start to process watching their house burn down with all the neighbors and everyone within a 2-mile radius there, and then John's dad, Joe Galena, went missing, and there was a real hysteria, knowing that Joe Galena is the kind of guy who, as Sue will tell you,
we didn't tell everybody then.
Yeah.
He has since had the valve replacement for his heart.
Oh, right.
But right before that, we learned that he had an issue with his heart.
That's right.
So we thought he either collapsed, had something happen, which now explains the hysteria at that time.
Well, but for me, the hysteria was you guys were thinking that he went back to try to put the fire out, and the story goes that he did grab a hose and he was grabbing a garden hose to try to put out a fire that required
he was watering his own home. So that his home didn't go on fire.
Which is really amazing because there was fire engines from Levittown, Wantagh, Bethpage, Hicksville, and they couldn't get this thing. I mean, it was one of the most horrific things you've ever seen. And eventually we found Joe, but I remember thinking to myself, like, there was a relief that the baby was good and Gigi and the dogs and Sue were good. And then I'm like, where the fuck is Joe? Like, he was fine a minute ago, and he was gone. And then Diane screaming, and so the moral of the story is we're not gonna dwell much on this, but as Sue did last time, and it really did change some people's lives because both of us were reached out to. As far as your message to people, if they're listening, the measures they can take this weekend or before to safeguard their house.
So it's about a year, a little more than a year. So now's the time. You have to change your batteries and your fire alarms. You have to check your fire alarm batteries. You have to make sure, even if they're hardwired, they still have to be changed. There are batteries in them. You have to check that. You have to make sure that your alarm system is hooked up to your central station because that is who called 911 initially for us.
Sure.
You have to double check your exits. You want to make sure you have an exit plan. Even if you have small children, it's okay to practice. You want to, my house, even now, I don't have in the back of my house like a ledge where I'm going to be able to go out a window if I have to. So I have to have ladders and make sure that they're not just accessible to myself, but accessible to my children, some of which are smaller than others.
Yep.
You want to, it's all about communication and communicating with your family, communicating with your friends. What's your plan? If something happens, what's your plan?
And having a plan, which so many people don't, and how many people that don't have functioning batteries in their things. Yeah. And definitely, because I know I've done this a couple times this year, calling up Sloman's to make sure that.
And then the fireproof box. You have to put a Ziploc with your stuff in it in the fireproof box.
Okay.
Because it gets wet.
Okay.
It's fireproof.
Right. Okay.
But it's not waterproof.
Okay. So certainly in the list of things to do, obviously safeguarding so that your kids know where to go, and the batteries is vital. Yeah. And like I said, I remember the episode that Sue was on last year after the fire. I think we had like 10,000 views. It was something pretty large, and I had a bunch of people reach out saying, "Hey, we changed our batteries today," and that was it. And like, that's enough.
I've had people stop at the house
as
they're walking by. Listen, it was. Did people take walks to look? Of course.
Yeah,
they did.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
I would sit outside, and I would end up talking to people that I never spoke to before.
Right.
And there were more than 10 times someone stopped and said, "I got a fireproof box.
Yeah.
I got batteries.
Yeah.
I double checked this, that, the other thing, just to be safe."
Yeah. Well, so hopefully that'll happen again, and
What, the fire? I hope not.
No, never again. But hopefully that the same type of response will happen. Just to kind of wrap a bow on the fire conversation for today. Your home is going to be gorgeous. It's almost fully gorgeous.
I had a
I had a tour, and certainly saw a little bit. I mean, it's going to be stunning, and for me, it can't be nice enough for what you guys have went through and your kids have gone through. I'm just curious, people need to understand that Sue and her husband John and the kids have been living with John's in-laws very graciously. John's parents, not Sue's in-laws, and they've been kind of relegated, Sue, John, and Nino, to a bedroom apartment
Hostel.
in there, and then the kids are upstairs. I'm just curious, and we haven't talked about this a lot, but how has what happened a year ago changed kind of how you appreciate things, appreciate the way you lived previous and will live again, as well as the dynamic of you, your husband, your kids? How has that been affected?
There's definitely a different outlook on a lot of things.
Okay.
I remember last year around World Series time, and I was getting, at that point we didn't know where we were going to live. Are we going to live in a trailer? Are we going to rent a house? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? And I was starting to get a little cuckoo, if you say, because here we are, 5 people, 3 dogs, and we're taking over someone else's home.
Right.
And
the kids,
we're coming into their home, and they're very established.
And been there for 50 years.
Their house looks the same, 10 years, and it's them, and they have their, and it's, here we are, my tribe.
Yeah.
And I remember on, the World Series.
November, a couple of weeks later,
my father-in-law and John were sitting and watching the game together.
Yeah.
And I said in my own head, how would they have watched the game together the year before?
Yeah.
Never.
No.
Would we have done certain things together the year before? No.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we've done.
Yeah.
That we typically wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And just appreciate, just silly things, taking walks together, we have like the best block in Levittown.
Yeah.
Everybody's friendly and willing to help and whatnot. And I think it really made any gaps that were there kind of bridged everything together.
Right.
It's just, there's so much that I appreciate now more than I ever have. Certain things that are just so simple. Every morning, my mother-in-law gets up, she comes down the stairs, she puts her shoes on, she goes outside and gets the newspaper. She comes back in, she sits down, puts the newspaper down, she makes herself a cup of coffee. I'm not friendly in the morning, I know that.
Yeah.
But I've learned to
be
sometimes
human.
be friendly.
Yeah.
Even though it's not for me, because I have an opportunity to be there.
That's right.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, and I think what's important for people who don't realize this, I think, if I remember correctly, that you guys were looking and there were house rentals that would take the dogs and but it was really the push from your 3 kids. We don't want to leave the block. We don't want to leave grandma and grandpa, Mima, and they wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
So now that you're here, I'm sure. Now that you're here a year later, I'm sure that you're glad that that's the way it went down.
My father-in-law is like, probably can't wait till I start packing.
Yeah.
He's probably going to, they're away, but they'll be home tomorrow, and I'm sure they're going to be more than happy to go to Home Depot, get some boxes.
Mima and Pipa.
And get us out of there.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, but it's a good year. And listen, it's so nice to be back in this place. And I remember when Mike said, we'll have you back, and when the house is built, and it was kind of a throwaway line. And in between that day and today has been, over a year.
Totaled a car.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it just
ran from danger.
There's so much craziness, but it's cool because you look forward and you're here, and the house is gonna. I mean, what are you looking most forward to being back in that house? We know the house is big and with more bedrooms, bathrooms, but what is it about the home? Forget about the house.
I need my people in it.
Your people.
I need my people in it.
Yeah.
I need someone coming to my door and walking in.
Yeah.
I need, listen, everyone doesn't like dirt. I love a handprint.
Yeah.
I love a baby's handprint on my sliding glass doors.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. A mess doesn't bother me. Noise doesn't bother me. The kids don't bother me.
Yeah.
I need people.
I think the thing that was really for you, the first sign that things were going to be regular, you had told me that Marty, Kevin Martin, who's a good friend of yours and a great guy, had come over for Thanksgiving, and you said to me, Marty's asleep on the couch, and you didn't mean Diane and Joe's couch.
No.
You meant your couch, the new couch, which is the old couch, but the new couch. And I think that was your favorite part of Thanksgiving, that Marty was there, and Marty's been known to sometimes hang out, sleep, wake up in the morning and go, or hang out, whatever.
Since I'm like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah. So you've been friends with him for 40 years, so that's the kind of thing that obviously this summer was a big miss for your kids and their friends.
Yeah.
Pool party's gone, and they're going to come back with a vengeance this summer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm
already gonna have like a 4th of July.
Oh yeah,
it's already on the calendar.
It's so that's
Mike Keegan will be invited this time.
Mike Keegan will be invited this time
because he's still really upset about Mark's birthday. I'm sure. It's fine.
Maybe you'll get an invite, Tony.
Maybe.
Also, yeah,
Oh,
Tony.
yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Although it will be cool the first time when the little kids all over see Tony jump in with only one leg into the pool.
Yeah. We're playing pirates today.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. If you put a patch on and then just dive in, that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's without the leg though, I just swim in circles.
Wait, is it? Well,
Is it waterproof? Is it
yeah.
you shower? You don't shower with it, do you?
No.
No.
Do you go in the pool with it?
Is it like the lamp
No,
from
I have a
Christmas
separate
Story?
water leg, but it kind of
Yeah.
But it's a little more modern. I actually have to charge it at night like a cell phone. I have to.
Oh
charge
shit!
it. Yeah,
It moves?
because there's computer chips in it. There's
Stop it.
Oh wow!
Oh, this thing's
Really?
$100,000. It's worth more than
Yeah.
me.
All right, so I'd say today's official. Tony's getting the invite.
Tony, don't walk outside alone. You're
Yeah,
in Levittown.
that's right. I honestly feel like I'm not going to hit all the things I want to. So the one thing I
Okay.
want to cover, since we're talking about
Okay.
Peepaw, is and
Oh,
we
no.
can't mention the store
can't mention the
because there's a
store.
legal proceeding going
Yes.
on. We might get sued by a very prominent Jewish family. But there in the list of things that have happened, and certainly there's so many funny things that go on with Joe and Diane and just all of us in general.
No, I just watched
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, didn't I send you a picture of when he was taping Juliana's
Oh, yeah,
lawn
yeah.
chair?
Right.
And he cut a hose.
Right.
because it
He's
was
very crafty.
Oh,
He's like a
so
MacGyver.
crafty.
But
Yeah.
this particular situation happened
Yeah.
not that long ago. Joe Galena, who's a wonderful man, was essentially take the floor. Go ahead and say what
He
happened.
went to a neighborhood supermarket.
And we'll leave it at that.
Right.
No more
neighborhood
hints. We
supermarket.
don't need a lawsuit.
And, not one he frequents, but he goes every now and then. He likes to putter.
Yeah, he's a
So
putter
he
arounder.
has no reason to go anywhere ever.
Yeah.
But he likes to just go somewhere.
Yeah, he's worked very hard his whole
Right.
life. He's retired.
So
Diane does a lot of shopping.
He goes to this one supermarket.
Yep.
And he walks in and he goes over to the deli counter.
Yep.
And at the deli counter, he gets a tap on his shoulder, and it's the security guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The security guard says, "You can't be in the store. You have to leave." He's like, "What are you talking about?" Because I just want to order my deli stuff.
Yeah.
You got to leave.
That's
You're,
it.
You're banned from here.
Banned.
And not only banned from here, you're banned from every one
Store of that
we have
of
on
that,
Long Island.
of that chain. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you talking about? Now,
Yeah.
you know my father-in-law, he's very quiet,
Yeah.
very even-tempered, doesn't
Right.
get excited.
Not his nature.
Not at all. Not
No.
a yeller, nothing.
Nothing.
And he gets flustered.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law calls me because he comes home.
Yeah.
And she's like, Joe's really upset. What's
Yeah.
what's the matter? Let me know what's the matter.
Right.
Comes home, he's like, they accused me of stealing.
Yeah.
I was like, accused you of stealing?
But not that particular day.
no.
Yes, that's
So
the best part of it.
The thing is, as Nino says, here's the thing.
Yeah.
He said, well, what did I steal?
Yeah.
You stole apples.
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 So because he stole apples
Yeah.
on a different day and the computer scanning face
Right.
recognition system.
Face recognition apple
thinks
thief. Yeah.
he
70-something-year-old Italian man from Levittown,
Right.
apple thief.
stole apples.
Yeah.
He is no longer allowed
No
to
longer.
go to this particular.
Large chain of supermarkets
They will not
anywhere.
provide date, time, footage,
Nothing.
anything. They're just saying that their system
Yeah.
says he stole apples.
Yeah, so when I had gotten wind of this, either from Diane or Sue, whatever it was, I obviously ran to the case because I wanted to see what was it about, and I found out I found the number of the main number, and I
people
was
don't get.
Yeah, I was very matter of factly told like you better stand down here.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
this is
We were-
like the most wanted Macintosh thief in
Yes.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granny Smith, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
they-
With Sopranos? What do you mean?
Yeah.
No,
You were
like
told to
they
stand
would. We
down.
Yeah,
were told
yeah.
you need a legal team.
Yeah.
Not allowed to.
I don't
come
know.
in. He
Listen,
stole apples.
the
I said,
truth
"Can you
is-
just tell me when?
Yeah.
Just so I can see if it was him. It doesn't matter. The face recognition system says
Right.
he stole.
So the
apples.
point is, Joe Galena is the last person on earth who needs to steal anything, and chances are he did not steal an apple or a grape or anything like that.
Right.
There's probably some sort of fucking bizarro confusion,
Yeah.
which is definitely possible because
Albert Einstein and him happen to look similar.
Yeah. Without
Right.
not as much of a hair, but
And we all know
yeah.
Albert Einstein stole a lot of fruit.
Well, he was he liked to steal
Yeah.
a pear stealer. He was actually,
Oh, okay.
but so basically the Galena family is embroiled in this case.
Now
of
none of us
apple
can go
thieves.
because we're all afraid.
They're all afraid. They don't want to
All
be
over apples.
Well,
Apples.
they don't want it to be a DNA connection. So, so Joe is banned. That's definitely one of the things.
And then
that,
he said they yelled at him, "Get out of the
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
Not allowed to be here."
Yeah.
Is this a Long Island-based?
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's. There's a lot on Long Island. I don't think it's originally. We'll tell you after the show.
Yeah.
We'll tell you after the show. So, well, you feel like you have some hints, some.
I was
clues?
trying. Yeah, I
Were
was
you-
trying to guess.
Were
what
you
chain it
accused
was.
of something? I mean,
No.
they would definitely be able to identify
Yeah.
you with that robo leg.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't forget.
That's right. They think that you're the bionic woman.
Yeah.
So that is certainly one of my favorite, things, and certainly, you know how I am, Tony, when it comes to this show. Especially we become a little bit. I don't want to say snobby, but we've had mostly it's me, you, and Mike, and then a higher level of guest, a celebrity, or radio, TV. But I've always felt that Sue is natural for this, and I find her I think she's funny, and she has a very quick comic brain. Most civilians, as I call them, do not how to appropriately use a callback. She's the callback queen, which makes me laugh because most non-comics don't really use callbacks. True. So over the past few months, I've made some little notes.
Oh.
I have some little notes of things that I've encountered with the idea that Mikey's been saying, when's Sue coming back on? I said, well, you don't want to have a guest on too close, and you told her after the fire. So just a couple of things that has made this person, who you'll
Lovely.
see in a very calm fashion right now, there are things that she gets extremely enraged about. One of them was the other day, where she told me this story where she was driving along and it was dark at night, and she was absolutely flippant, that she saw a child walking in the street at night. I don't remember what time
In
of
the
night it was.
island.
Yeah.
In the island.
Yeah, on the island. And
In the median.
I got you. Yeah.
and her anger turned from flippant to enraged when she realized that. Why did you realize that you were going to be so mad all of a sudden?
Because it wasn't a child.
She became
I got very nervous that there was a child in the median.
right.
Sure.
So I, like everything else, I wanted to pull over.
Yeah.
And I
help the
couldn't.
child.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
very commendable.
Because it wasn't a child when I made eye contact.
Yeah.
It was a full adult man
Yeah.
that was a little person.
Right.
They allow them in Levittown?
This wasn't Levittown.
No.
Oh, it wasn't Levittown.
It was Deer Park Avenue.
Yeah, DPA.
Median.
All right.
So DPA is, as you know, a bustling
Very
place.
dangerous.
Bustling place.
Yes.
And she went from being in this hysteria mode
Yeah.
to being
So nervous.
enraged that this guy was playing Frogger on the street, and she was duped, basically. So
Duped.
yeah, so you were duped
Yeah.
by a
Yeah.
little person.
Yeah, I flashed, I beeped.
Yeah. When you say little person, I'm just trying to say from a relative standpoint, how much taller than me was this person?
Maybe an inch or two.
Oh.
And it definitely wasn't Mark.
No, it definitely wasn't Mark.
I don't. I don't love the idea of crossing main roads
ever.
It's nice.
So,
yeah.
and that's what we're saying here. You were upset that he was trying to cross the street.
Well, I thought there was a child in the
Yeah.
Right, but once you
median.
realized it wasn't,
yeah,
that's
and then
right.
he
You were
like
still
flipped me
mad.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a mean little guy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like here I was trying to help, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't,
Speaking of mean little guys,
no.
Sue gets very angry, and this is a funny topic that, as a parent, we can all deal with. We've dealt with before. When your children and your kids are a little bit older now, so maybe you don't experience this anymore, but you have. I know for me, it's a killer when your children decide to ask in front of other children. Hey, can I have Jimmy over? But the worst is when they ask for a sleepover in front, which is the one that pisses you off the most.
sleepover immediately. Why are
Immediately.
you asking? Like
Yeah.
what? Like this is how close they are, and they're like, "Mom,
Right.
can
Yeah.
can so and so sleep over?" And you just look at them, and you're like, "In the car, like talk to me in the car."
So
car.
let's
Why did they have to? But why do they do that? All of them.
Why do they do that? But I want to dissect because the reasons why I disdain it might be different than the reasons why you disdain it.
Okay.
Because ultimately, if there's going to be a kid sleeping over, chances are you're not going to see them much. They're going to be out of your hair. So what is it that you don't like about a sleepover?
It's not the sleepover. I don't like the question. I don't like being asked something in front of the.
Right.
What if I don't like the kid?
Right. What if you just don't? What if you don't want to deal with kids waking up in the morning early?
What
or
if they wake up in the middle of the night? What
Right.
if they're,
Right.
what if they're
Yeah.
dirty?
Right.
What if they're eating, out of my fridge, out of my,
Right.
what if they're licking something and put it back? Like, you ever open up a bag of chips?
Yeah.
And when your kids are little and every now and then you get a soggy one, you're like, which
Right.
motherfucker licked this chip
Right.
and put it back?
Who had a cheese doodle half
Yeah.
engulfed in their
Yeah,
throat?
an Oreo.
And then put it back.
And then they put it back. I
Yeah.
don't want that.
You don't want
That's
that.
not welcome.
Yeah.
Not
So
welcome.
for me, it's like, it comes down to my like OCD. Like, I'm not a big fan of strangers using bathrooms in my house. You know how I feel about
Well,
that. It's why I'm always
yes.
spraying toilets all the time. But like, especially boys. Boys are kind of like gross.
Gross.
You know what I mean?
Gross. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like filth.
So like, it's obviously Max is older now, but like, hey, Jimmy and Christian are over. Can they
You have
sleep
a hard
over?
time
Yeah.
not with
Yeah.
things in your bathroom.
Yeah. It's just
Not the number one.
Yeah, it's
I
just in
believe it,
general.
yeah.
It's just not like
He's not.
yeah,
that.
I don't like it. And but how do
No.
you, as parents, how do we handle that? How do we handle that without trying to make the little kid who is being asked if he could sleep over, like
It's
you don't
usually the
embarrass
kid,
him.
though.
Yeah.
It's usually not your kid.
Yeah.
Your kid probably doesn't even want them over or hanging out.
Yeah.
It's always that other kid that's like, go ask your mom
You're
if I can come
right.
over. Go ask
sleep
your mom if I
over.
can sleep over. Go ask
Yeah.
your mom because of whatever
Yeah.
reason. No. Don't ask your mom.
That's a great point. And I always like to think now, because I'm an old crotchety fuck, like, what's the appeal? Like, what do you guys want to sleep over so badly
Right.
about?
We
But
live in Levitts. All
Yeah.
our kids had single beds.
Yeah.
They're not cozying up together.
No, but then again, as a kid, I remember back, like, I fucking slept over the Bruno's house constantly, or my cousin Al's house, and I'd sleep on the floor, and I
Yeah.
just loved it. I
Well,
just
I
loved
also
it.
have
Fun.
the kids. I have
Yeah,
kids that do this other thing. My sister used to do it all the time too. So she'd get invited
Yeah.
to sleep over, and then she would call my mom
Mm.
and say,
Oh my God, I've had that a million times. That 2:00
"So
in the
and so,
morning.
no, even at 9 o'clock, so and so wants me to sleep over."
Yeah.
Say no.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, okay. Or
Yeah.
you get the text, I'm going to call you. Say no.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, so and
okay.
so wants me to stay over, sleep
Yeah.
over, blah, blah, blah. I get the phone call. No, you have to come home immediately. You
Yeah.
have a doctor appointment in the morning.
I thought you were going to refer to the 1 o'clock in the morning. You see a
that
kid
one
walking
too?
down the stairs and like, I have a headache. Like,
Yeah,
just
no.
go to fucking sleep. Like,
Go
it's
to
fucking.
sleep.
Now, what you're
Yeah.
doing at 1 o'clock is you're not only fucking with me. But you're fucking. Now
with the
now I'm
kid.
going to startle your parents.
Right.
And it just turns into a whole
Right.
clusterfuck.
You try to bring them in and tuck them in, and they're
Yeah. But then it's like there's an
you're tucking them in, and they're looking at
Yeah.
you. And like, do you kiss someone else's kid on the head as you tuck them in? Like, like it's
you
weird,
chest
right?
bump them. You
Yeah,
you
you're
fist
tucking
pound.
them in.
No, I've had a couple over the years, like Mr. Hirschman or Mark, I don't feel well. Like, why did you fucking push the sleep over there?
Feel well?
motherfucker?
What kind of not feel well? If you have a stomach ache or a vomit virus, you gotta go.
Yeah, but
You
it's
gotta go.
it's usually a bullshit. Like,
Yeah,
that
they're scared.
something happened.
Yeah.
And you can try to smooth it over, but then you think back to when you were a kid. You want to get the fuck out of somewhere if
Yeah.
you're not happy about
Yes.
it.
Just
So-
like this. Say no.
Say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Tone, I'm going to hit the second set of sponsors because we have a whole list of other things. Sue hates people who push salads around. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Oh, dear.
Let's go ahead and talk about my good buddy, Eric Half, Sunray Services. When I say now is the best time to convert to hybrid heating and cooling, I really mean that. Like, now is the best time. It's going to be cold as ass soon. It's cold as ass already. So make that switch to hybrid heating and cooling. Eric Half, Sunray Services. Call them today at 631-231-5533. Visit them online at www.sunrayservices.com. We have our newest sponsor, our boy Ami, over at North Belmore Collision. We meet by accident. 2734 North Jerusalem Road in North Belmore. They work with all major insurance companies, free estimates. You can call Ami 24/7, 516-785-4862, North Belmore Collision. Then we have a friend of mine and Sue's, the Advapsky family, demolition specialists, 1-855-RIP-OUTS. They rip Sue's house down to the ground, along with Sue doing it as well. The number you call for demolition, dumpsters, and fence rental. Family owned and operator for over 30 years. They are a fully licensed demolition contractor. And, of course, the beautiful New York State licensed real estate person, Diane Keegan from All Island Estates Realty Corporation. You can call Diane directly at 516-458-1864 or email her at diane@allislandestates.com. If you're looking to rent, sell, or buy, make Diane your first call. Thank you to all of our sponsors as always. We appreciate you.
Steven Spragus?
Steven Spragus. What do you got to say, Stevie?
Change my batteries in my smoke detectors.
Attaboy, Steve. Good man. Okay, so again, a Sue Galena pet peeve. When she actually had a little bit of a fit the other day, she went with her mom and her sister to one of these salad places, which in and of itself infuriates her. We don't know exactly why. So I don't know if she's more enraged by the salad eating or people who just kind of futz around with their salad. Let's hear about that, Sue.
Well, no. First, I went to a salad place and it's set up like a Moe's.
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming.
Too much.
Like, I just want a salad. Like, pick a salad on the board and give me that salad.
I hear you.
I want the Greek salad with
now
gyro
you're
meat.
asking me types of chicken,
Right.
types of lettuce. I just
Right.
want that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
I want the Santa Fe.
And then even down to the dressing.
Right.
Just like you go to Starbucks and you have
That's
to
right.
give them a special word.
Yeah.
It's like light, not
No,
light,
too
a
much.
lot.
Right.
Not for me.
No.
So then you go and you get your special salad.
Yeah, special salad.
But regardless, anybody, this bothers me with anyone eating salad. Why do people push their salad around?
Push it around.
No, like, so you're eating it, right?
Yeah.
Why do you push it around?
Why do you push it around?
No.
You just eat it.
Yeah, just eat it.
Right, like,
Yeah.
Bam.
I've watched people and they move it and they move it and they move it and
Yeah.
they move it and then they move it.
Right.
And just,
But they
why?
don't do it just...
Like,
it's
are
not
you
just a
looking
salad.
for a
It's
good
usually
bite?
everything.
Right, but are you looking for a good bite in a salad? Because it's a
Right.
salad.
And you're the one who ordered it, by the way. So
Right.
what's the fucking problem?
Right.
Yeah.
But what are you pushing around? Are you pushing it around because you don't like it? Are you pushing it around because the lettuce is weird? What are you pushing around in the salad that you don't like?
Right.
It weirds me out and it bothers me. Like, just eat the salad. And then nobody eats the salad.
Nobody eats the salad. That's
I
an
like
enrager
onions
for
in my
you.
salad, but not everybody likes onions.
No, well, we know
And
that
everybody stinks.
actually. Tony, I'm sending you a picture. Can you pop this up, please?
God,
Do you mind?
Why?
I don't mind. You just have to give me a minute.
Yeah, no,
Am I
that's fine.
unaware of whatever picture is coming up?
We're
That's
actually
great.
both unaware of it, but it's going to be cool, and you're going to like it for sure.
Lovely.
While we're on the food subject, this is one that I didn't understand. I wrote it down, and I just thought it was funny how you were infuriated by it. Why does when people say caramel versus caramel, it's one of the things that enrages you most in life. Why is that? Why is that a big deal to you?
'Cause to me, it's caramel.
Right? So are you pissed off at caramel or caramel?
Well, which one is it?
Well, I mean, I think it's caramel. I mean, that's
Me
what
too.
I think it is.
But is it? Are there two different things?
I don't think not. I mean, I think if you live in Carmel, New York, I
Right.
think
That's
that's
like orange and orange.
yeah. I mean, that's just but I think
Caramel.
the pronunciation properly would be caramel or caramel, not caramel. And you're kind of dropping the A in the middle. So yeah, I can understand that. But that was
Do
one
you
that
think
you.
it's caramel?
I think it's caramel.
Do you think if you're outside of New York, they say caramel?
No, I think they probably say caramel.
You say caramel.
Caramel. Yeah.
Caramel. What?
Yeah. I don't know.
Tony, what do you say?
Caramel.
Yeah, that a boy. I mean, we're all New Yorkers.
I like
Long
the
Island.
soft caramels.
So my thing, and Stacy gets them for me from time to time. She knows that me and Maxie love them. The caramels with the little white sugar, little frosting in the middle of them. You ever have those? Yeah, those
Okay.
are. They're.
You know, bringing up Stacy real quick. Can
Yeah.
we just circle back? For a minute
Let's
to the
circle back.
house?
We can circle
So,
back. So you're circling back to the house. You're
real
in the
quick,
house. Yeah.
Because ironically, you were there the day of the fire.
Yeah,
Right? Helper.
Yeah.
The day of the Ryder Cup, I had to pick a friend up.
Right.
That was doing social media and whatnot.
Beth Page,
I said,
yeah.
park at my house. I'll drive. It'll be quicker for me to drive you there and back than you to get any
Right.
kind of bus service and whatnot.
Sure.
I bring her home.
Yes, you did.
We're coming down the bus. She's like, oh my God, look, your
Yeah.
house is beautiful. Your lights are on. And I went, what? It's the first time I ever saw my house lit up.
Right.
I started to go into an immediate panic attack. I
right.
started to cry. I was in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Here comes Stacy with like garbage bitch. You know, Stacy loves bags.
Yeah, she's a bag lady. She loves the
bags.
bag. She's a
Comes
bag
out
person.
with bags, and I'm like, I need help. And she's like, what do you mean you need help?
Right.
Runs over.
Yeah.
I had to have her walk me into the house.
She walked you into the house.
We had to figure out how to turn the electric off.
Right.
I couldn't do it. I froze. I panicked. But there she was, like a knight
She
in
was
shining
there.
armor. So
She was there.
You might have saved me the day of the fire, but she saved me with the
day of the
first
comeback.
time that I saw
Yeah.
it lit up.
Well, kudos to
So
Stacy.
good-
To
yeah,
Stacy
my
Small
little-
Hirschman.
my
yeah.
little redhead.
Yeah.
Little
She did it.
Stace.
She definitely
I
did
didn't
it.
forget that. She did think it was like an emergency or something. She did run across. She was so
No,
excited.
she was there. She was ready to that. Speaking of half Jews, one of the things that that Suzanne Galina has an issue with that she doesn't understand is that why, when she's on her most hated place, which is the Belt Parkway, she is so often stuck behind and next to old Orthodox Jews who are very often in broken down minivans and usually some awful hue of green. That's the
Why-
specifics.
I have very specific questions.
Specific.
To that, though.
Go ahead. I don't know the answer, but go
But
ahead.
you're a Jew, so
Yeah.
maybe you do know.
I don't. I mean, I don't know the answer. I don't.
But why,
I don't know.
But why
I
the
don't know.
minivan? And it's not just a minivan. It's an older model. There's
Older
not
model.
a door on the left.
It's an old Windstar
There's
with no door on the
yeah,
left, just
no
a passenger door on the
left,
right.
On the right.
Yeah.
It's old. The windows
Right.
are open because we know the air conditioning or the heating system does not
Wow.
work.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Or it's an aftermarket car and it didn't come with
Right.
either or.
That's correct.
And why there's no signaling for lane change. There's no
Nothing.
Just
Disregard for life.
disregard for life, driving rogue,
Right.
thousands of kids in it.
Millions.
Yeah,
With
that,
little
like-
little hair coming down the
So
side of their
why-
face.
So you could have, like, I just drove home from Baltimore. It was a beautiful ride.
Beautiful.
You go over the Verrazano. Now, when you go over the Verrazano, do you do this? Do you look immediately to your right?
Immediately to see what the
see-
what the clusterfuck is.
The red lights?
Yeah, you see that clusterfuck.
You need to see
Yeah.
those red lights. Like,
Yeah.
you're
it's a
gonna,
rite of passage.
Right. So
Yeah.
you go over the Verrazano, you look
Yeah.
to the right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
See the hot dog truck on the right side.
My
yeah.
co-pilot who behind the wet.
Right.
She was not a good co-pilot this trip, but that's okay.
Hold on. Let's give a little pop to Nicole Samponia.
Oh, yeah, she's a good cat.
Sue and Nicole and their daughters just spent the weekend in Baltimore for a big cheer tournament. As Sue was saying, they were basically working on one eyeball each of them.
No, she had none and I had one.
Oh, so Nicole, so your eye you have a scratch cornea from some sort of mishap, and Nicole had
an allergic reaction.
Okay.
So between the 4 eyes,
right.
only one worked, and it was my left. So I couldn't even look to the right to see the lights because
to the right. Yeah.
And she can't either.
So would this explain? I know there was some sort of thing that you took an hour and a half longer to get there.
Well, that was on the way there.
Yeah.
She was adamant about knowing that. She was adamant about a specific restaurant. I don't know. Am I allowed to say the name of the restaurant?
Well, yeah, I can say the name of the restaurant.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My daughter loves Raising Cane's. Can't get it around here. So on our travels, we always get it.
Raising Cane's. So what state are you in at this point? To get the Raising Cane's.
We were going through New York, New Jersey, Delaware. We were going to stop in Delaware right off to get right back on. Nicole's like, I know this one. We're going to put it in the navigation. She puts it in the navigation.
Yeah.
I don't know how we detoured it, like an hour and 45 minutes onto another planet in the middle of like the nothing from the Neverending Story.
Nothingness.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like the Neverending Story, the nothing, that's where we ended up.
Nowhere land.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a little detour, it was a major detour.
A major detour.
Yeah.
And then the last hour it was snow and we couldn't see.
Couldn't see. Now
there was actually there was cars. You know when you're driving, so there's like 3 lanes and then you have trees in the middle and then cars on the opposite side?
Yeah.
At one point I stopped and swerved because I can't see.
Yeah.
And the cars on the opposite side were driving and I thought they were coming towards us, but I couldn't adjust my vision. She can't see.
Right.
Then she screamed, but we were safe. It was
fine. So I'm curious because you and Nicole and the kids and Vinny and Johnny, there's such a nice dynamic between all of you. Was there any level of frustration between you because of this mishap, or we don't even go there? We don't even
go there.
Yeah, we just
because on the way home, I in error didn't follow something, and she said, "Oh, well, now we're even."
Wow, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was a wrap. That was a wrap.
But my mishap was about 4 minutes, not an hour
not
and 47.
An hour and 40 minutes.
That's okay. We'll still be even.
Tony, we ready to pop that picture up?
We are.
So this is a picture that was just sent to me by a listener, and I think Sue's going to get a real kick out of it. I'll explain. Certainly,
do I have to slice somebody?
No, it's something you'll like very much.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
Nothing like that. We wouldn't do that.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
Yeah, Sue's always willing to slice someone.
You know what? Just
she carries a knife. If anyone
wants
to ever try to jump her, don't do it.
While she's waiting for the picture up there, Jamie Proper Rosansky says Sue needs to be a regular on the show.
Yeah.
Lou Pratt says hi.
Hey, buddy boy, what's up, Lou?
Cherry Man?
Sherry Man.
Cherie.
Cherie, sorry.
We love her.
We need a list of Sue's pet peeves. No licking potato chips. No being dirty.
Yeah.
No pushing salad. We need more Sue.
We got more.
Yeah.
We got more,
There's
but there's a picture.
Oh, look at that little Nini bear.
So basically, in the long history of the Suzanne Galina, Mark Hirschman, Nan Balinson connection going back 50 years, Frank Loicano is a good friend of the show, a longtime friend of Keegan, and obviously his daughter-in-law is Gwenny Loicano, and that's Rai. His I guess this was Ryan when he was a baby, and Nino when he was a baby.
Yeah, they're 1 day apart.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Rye is June 22nd, and Nino is the 21st.
So they're both 10 years old. Ryan and
just Rye.
What?
His
Rye.
name's
Oh,
just
right.
Rye.
That's
Yeah.
right. Rye and Guy, his father, and Gwenny are living in Colorado these days, I believe it is. Yeah. But Frankie's a big fan of the show and a big friend of the show. And me and Keegs had breakfast with him recently, and he just happened to send me this picture. And thank you, Frankie, for sending that. That was really that was a cool kick for us. We appreciate it. Say hi to Frank, Sue.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah, he's the best.
So cute. Yeah, those little babies.
Okay, so this one, it's funny. Usually when Sue tells me a pet peeve, I'll ask her for some clarity, but I actually didn't ask for clarity on this one because I thought it would be cool to hear it on the air.
Oh, no.
Sue has a problem with people kicking their feet back in bathroom stalls. I don't even know what that means. So can you explain to me that? Is that a woman-only thing?
Well, if you're sitting on a toilet.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's like the shy factor. Why are you pulling your feet back? right? So all the stalls you can see, feet.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're pulling your feet back, I mean, you can't see it. You're pulling your feet back. I mean, unless you're him. But,
right. Oh, well,
you're
goodness gracious.
You're pulling your feet back. You can still see who belongs to those shoes.
Right.
And then when they come out, we still know what you were doing in there.
So that's a weird thing. I don't really. I mean, I try not to.
And then
pay
I can
attention.
identify if you washed your hands or not, which has happened.
Right.
All kinds of stuff.
So are you saying that people try to pull their feet back to hide that they were doing their business in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't God, I mean, I don't like bathroom talk.
I know
that,
you don't.
but
You hate
but
it.
don't.
So why'd you bring it up?
But don't. Well, because it's one of the things that was just you were twisted
just
about.
Own it. Just own it. If you're in the bathroom, own it.
I understand, but like, if you're in a rest stop where there's 10 women in there, aren't most women doing the hover and fly move? Like they're like who's?
Although I've been in a rest stop.
Yeah.
Noticed the feet motion.
Yeah.
Then the person came out.
Yeah.
I knew them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they walked right out and didn't wash their hands.
They didn't wash their hands. But if they're sitting in if you're sitting in a situation where you're able to pull your feet back, then chances are you're in a more comforted situation. Yeah. So that wasn't the thing I understood.
Gross.
But now I do understood that.
Understood that?
Sue, why do you hate silicone babies? That's another one I don't understand.
No. Okay, so
I don't even know what that is.
Well, now it's going to come up on your TikTok or whatever reel you have.
Yeah.
There's this phenomenon happening right now.
Yeah.
With women, and I'm not talking like women who have maybe aren't able to have children or whatnot.
Right.
I'm talking another level of like shit that's weird on the planet now.
Oh, okay, like people who are married to a roller coaster or shit like that. Yeah,
so now there's this thing with they get I don't know if it's silicone or whatever these babies are.
Yeah.
And they really believe that they're real.
Okay, so these are not barren women who are looking
these
to,
are like not well in their brain.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And they're dressing them up. They're taking them to Disney. They're putting them in but I'm talking you're buying a stroller that's like I don't even know what popular stroller brands are.
So
these
this
days,
is my Graco and my baby.
And you're carrying clip and go, whatever it is. Like they're
this
going
pain in the ass clip and go.
Yeah.
And you don't really need it though because the baby's made out of glass and porcelain.
Right. I wish I knew. I think it's silicone. I don't know what it is.
No, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, like if chicken baby syndrome, like their heads like this, but they're like
no, I understand. Absolutely. Yeah.
But they dress them up and they give it a pacifier, and then they they tell people not to touch their baby,
right?
Or they let you hold their baby.
Right, hold my baby.
Yeah, and then they like a baby stole my ding, like one of those, like they.
Yeah, the dingo stole my baby.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
and they wear like like the carry thing and
right,
but. They are so real. They're going through airport security.
Everything,
with these babies.
Right, this baby won't sleep. Well, right. I can see. So they're going through all the hardships that we have gone through.
It's wild.
Okay, I gotcha.
No, it's It's not okay.
Is this a TikTok real thing you've seen, or there's a TV show about it?
There's a TikTok. Okay. It's bound to be a TV show
because similar to like the people who were like sitting there and munching on Tide Pods and shit like that, or
they're paying thousands of dollars,
right, to simulate
changing it. So not only did you now pay thousands of dollars, you're now paying money.
Right.
For Pampers or Huggies or a diaper.
Right.
Changing the baby's diaper.
Yeah.
It's not like a baby alive where you shoved like that fake baby food in and you had to change the diaper.
Right.
You don't need to change this baby's diaper.
No.
You can keep using the same one.
You can reuse that same diaper for an eternity.
No, they're discarding the diaper. They're changing the baby.
Right.
No, they're changing the baby in like Disney bathrooms with the thing that pulls down.
I need a bathroom that has a changing station at it. Yeah.
All of that.
Oh, that's
all
disturbed.
Going through all the motions.
Yeah. No, that's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand.
Okay.
Do you think that some of these people with the silicone babies are also the culprits of disdain for you that are putting antlers on vehicles during the holidays?
Absolutely.
So you think it's all part of a show?
All part of the same.
All part of it.
Part of the same club.
Yeah. Why does it bother you so much about the antlers? That's something that you've.
I want to rip them off. If I see an antler on your car, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just like surprised.
I mean,
no,
I don't know.
Why do you need an antler on your car?
Oh, it's corny and stupid.
It gives me the embarrassed feeling for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
There's only one person though that I think I would allow to have the antler on the car, but I don't want to bring light to it.
Okay.
She is a a stop over in the parking lot in that other big building.
Oh, okay.
What's worse?
Yeah.
Not the antlers or not having heat in your car? What's worse?
Shit. God damn it! I
I
should
don't
have.
know. I would drive in a car with the antlers
if it had heat.
If it had heat.
So I'd say it's a little irresponsible of me, but I also didn't want to be the guy to say, hey, you're coming on the podcast. I know Mikey asked you, but I know that he's not coming, but you're still going to come on it, and then for me to say, well,
offer a ride.
Then can you come and pick me up?
I'm homeless. I'm homeless. I don't have a house. I'm living in a hostel.
Yeah, or a brothel.
Yeah, I was gonna say brothel. I was like, no, wrong word.
Yeah, that's Tony.
Yeah, that's a different show.
Right. That's next week.
Yeah, when he comes back.
Yeah, probably. So I in my mind, I'm like, you know what? She'll probably have a winter coat on, and it's not a long ride.
Yeah, I had a North Face parka, and it was
what's
so
funny
freezing.
is that we didn't even get off our block, and she's like, "Why is it so fucking cold in here?"
No, not just that.
Yeah.
The lights, the blinging. You have no gas.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's a badness going on. Yeah.
What is going on?
It didn't last. You can't get anything past her very quickly. But the funny thing
the
was
cold thing. Yeah.
Well, you know what it was? But you know what's funny? The heat doesn't work in the car, but the seat warmers will light your ass on fire.
That was good.
Though.
Like right now, I can't ask him to start the car.
Oh no! No!
What?
Oh,
he can't start the car right now for getting ready to go.
I mean, I can't start the car right now, so it'll be hyperthermia in about 10 minutes when we go out there.
Right.
But listen, sometimes you have to make a decision, and that's the one I made. What are you getting comments, Tone?
Heather Paulson Toto. Dom wants to know when he can sleep over. He promises not to lick the chips.
Yes. Fuck yes. Mm-hmm. Nice.
And I'd like to re-show the picture if I could. This is the correct.
Oh, that's the real picture?
That's the real version. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but so we'll see it on the screen in a second.
Let's see. Well, the funny thing is, the ironic part is that Keegan actually grew up with Rye's father. So the fact that he is in that picture like that is not a
I remember he came to that party.
He did come. Yeah.
See, so why does he always cry that he was never at any of my parties?
I don't understand it though.
He just cries. It happens.
Oh my god. He does. He just cries. He just cries.
He looks like a beekeeper.
Yeah, he was actually collecting honeycombs that day.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
he was giving it to the children.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, look, there's twins with the fake glasses. Yeah, very nice.
I thought that we had to wear black and wear glasses. I was just going with the uniform.
Yeah, no, you did it. You nailed it. Very, very well done.
Yeah.
Why is it that you also get super, super pissed off at people if you call someone and then they answer the phone and they're in the doctor's office and they whisper and they make you feel bad that you called them unknowingly that they were in the doctor's office, and your logic is like, well, why the fuck are you answering the phone? I didn't know where you are. I'm just calling to say hello. You could have just not answered and texted me, but you get very infuriated when someone says, I can't talk. I'm in the doctor's office.
But you know what? I just have to tell you one more thing. You know that your sister called and she said, "But
I thought you were in the doctor's office."
Yeah, are you in the doctor's office or not? Which one? Make a fucking call here.
You know what? They're gonna come in. They're gonna come in.
Yeah, they're gonna come in. 1 second. They're coming.
Then they hang up, and then
I gotta get my card.
Yeah, and then
my insurance card.
2 seconds later, I'm calling you back because it wasn't them. Why are you calling me again?
Yeah, you said
you're in the doctor's office. You're in a gown. You have no underwear on. What are you doing?
I have 10 more seconds. I'm in the stirrups.
They're coming.
I got my legs up in the stirrups. I go ahead. Yeah, just say it quick because it's cold.
I just need to know. Are you going to be home after?
Yeah, you're going to be home after. I got to drop off Jimmy's socks. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Why are you answering the phone?
Why are you answering the phone? Your take is that people should just say, hey.
If you're busy, put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
If you're fucking busy, put it on Do Not Disturb. That's your thing?
Yeah.
That's one of your biggest pet peeves. You have a bizarre pet peeve about leftovers, which I'll never understand. I
make them into other things, but it depends.
But there are some people who they can go out to Ruth's Chris and have the most expensive meal, and they can have a nice half a steak and potatoes, and they will immediately throw it in the garbage because they can't stand the concept of leftovers. Are you one of those cuckoo birds, or are you not?
No.
Okay.
I will make it into something else.
Yeah.
But I don't like leftovers like after a day.
day.
Or I don't like leftovers that like when you go to someone's house and they leave it out.
Right.
And then they want to package it up.
Right. That's a no-no.
No.
That's a no-no. No.
You can't do that. You'll have food. No. My
Right.
father-in-law, though.
Yeah.
Another something I learned by living there.
I'm sure you've learned a lot.
One, my mother-in-law is of the belief that the food knows when it expires.
Right.
So like she really is of the like the milk expired today. Like
Right.
she knows
She
milk knows
the
that
milk
it expired
expressed some feelings to me
Yes.
that it was time.
right today. Or
Today.
she'll throw it out the day before expiration because she knows it's going to expire tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make a difference in the 12 hours.
Yeah.
But my father-in-law,
Right.
he will eat something. It could be 9 days old.
Push it to the brink,
and
Joe.
and fish,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
which you don't really
Right.
know.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Right. There's some
He
tilapia
will-
from Labor Day here. You want it, Joe?
He does
Yeah.
not care. He will eat anything
He'll
in
go
that
for it.
refrigerator.
Doesn't
and if
matter.
we throw it out
Yeah.
and he hasn't had a chance,
Infuriated.
yes.
Yeah.
He's no.
So I have to tell you, and I'm not much of a big milk drinker, but you can put 2 gallons of milk here, one that you bought back in July and one that you just got from the store, and I will think that the milk smells bad no matter what. I never can smell, like, when you hear people say, like,
Yeah.
smell the milk, is it
Smell the
okay?
milk.
I have no fucking idea. It always smells
Smells
awful
bad.
to me.
Always smells bad.
Rotten,
Rotten.
sour. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to gauge milk. I have a
feel
lot
like
of
it's
deficiencies.
because like there's milk around the top of.
Oh, the little top of the milk region.
So I feel like that
Yeah.
becomes like curdle no matter
oh,
what. Like a little
scuzzified,
crusty.
maybe, yeah.
And your nose is like, think about
Right.
it, your nose is going right in there.
Yeah.
It's always going to smell like shit.
And honestly, like the date, like it can say, like it. There's no like. God's not saying that. Like this
Next
milk is
time you
bad
ask
December
Diane,
8th.
I want you to ask her about expiration dates.
Yeah, but I agree with it when it comes to milk. Like
Yeah.
that milk is bad, and then like you'll say to someone, no, it smells like it's bad. No, but it doesn't expire till the 11th.
Right.
Well, it smells fucking horrific. Like I'm gonna get goddamn gout
Why is
from
it
it.
chunky? No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
expire now.
why is there curdled cheese in it?
No, it's
Yeah.
because we're making cottage cheese.
Oh,
today.
right. Okay. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a phenomenon. We're making our own yogurt, Tony. What do you think of that?
It's making me hungry.
You like milk like that?
Sure.
What? I don't know how long ago it was. Can we just talk for a second too about the baby bird saga that we had over across the street?
So it was a little while ago, but
Yeah, it was, but we haven't had a chance to talk about it.
If he's listening, he's going to learn what really happened.
Yeah.
So we used to have a tree in front of the house, and Luca, animal lover, he was little, maybe
Loves.
like 6-ish.
Yeah, 6, 7, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
birds fell out of the tree.
Right. Birds
And
flying high. Yep.
A nest and whatnot.
Right.
Everyone knows you don't touch a nest.
You don't go near
touch
it. They don't want
nothing.
human scent
and
on
if
it.
it's dumped
Nothing.
out of a tree, there was something wrong with it. Their mother doesn't want them.
That's right.
We're going to move along.
That's right.
So, I mean, brilliant species for doing that.
Brilliant.
Anyway,
Yes.
he's crying and needs the nest back in the tree. So, any good mother, I say to John, I'm like, you got to get that nest back in the tree.
You need to get the nest
He's
back
like,
in the
what are
tree.
you talking about? I'm like, you have to get the nest back in the tree. He's like, sir,
Back
you're
in
out
the
of your
fucking
mind.
tree.
It's
Yeah.
all the way up there. I don't care what you need to do.
Yeah, and
So
Johnny can do anything. He's very handy like
So
that. Yeah.
he backs the Dodge Ram to the tree and then puts
Yeah.
a ladder in the bed.
Yeah.
And he's not big. What is he, 5'6"?
Yeah.
So, that's why he needed the car and the ladder.
Yeah.
Gets up the ladder, has the nest with gloves on,
Right.
goes and puts the nest back in the tree. And at that time, like the birds were still like,
Yeah.
and they're like that,
Yeah.
looking for food.
Yeah.
And it's still doing that. You
Yeah.
put him in, he goes with gloves, puts it in,
Right.
and one takes a header
Head
right
on.
out.
Nosedive.
Nosedive.
Fucking nosedive. I'll never
Gone.
forget this. Yeah.
And Luca's like, did they make it?
Yeah.
And we were like, they all made it, buddy.
They made it, buddy.
They're all in there. They made
Yeah.
it. And no, they all plummeted to their
Plummeted
death.
to the death.
To the bed of
Yeah.
the car.
But Luca is the kind of kid. He loves
Still.
animals more than anything.
Yeah.
And his biggest concern, more than anything, like he would have shanked you,
Yeah.
more, but still been like, the bird's okay.
Yeah,
you
bird's
know?
okay.
And
Yeah.
And Johnny did the right thing. He went up there and he appeared to make it look like it was a savior scene.
Yeah.
And hopefully Luke is asleep at 10 o'clock, although I'm assuming he's probably not.
Your kid doesn't play games and make weird noises?
Yeah, no. But
why do they do that?
Do you think he's listening, though? Because if he is, are we going to get him twisted at us that we... No, we didn't.
No, but I still... Does Max play games?
Yeah, it's funny.
Does he make weird noises like...
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in there.
Why? Why do they make those weird noises?
Yeah, like loose sparrows. Yeah. I don't know what that is. There's
another phenomenon.
There's a phenomenon actually with teenage boys that are just totally bizarre. Tony, Eddie, before we wrap up here, of course, the show goes in a millisecond with Sue on. We knew we were going to have a good time with her. Any more comments that you want us to cover? I want to give some of Sue's
Dr. Hobie?
Huh? Oh, Dr. Hobie, yeah.
He was good.
Yeah, Dr. Hobie was a great guest, wasn't he, Tone?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Dr. Hobie was a great guest. Last week Jeff Pearlman? That's right.
Yes,
we got a lot of people. Loved that interview, man. People really sent us a lot of kind words about that. So thank you for the assist last week, Tone. Before we wrap up and say goodbye to Sue, next week, Mikey is scheduled to be back. Our guest is going to be none other than Terry McNeely on the show. And we have a very special theme show next week, by the way. The theme of the show is going to be, and we haven't figured out exactly how to name the show yet, but me, Mikey, and Terry all have disdain for Alec Baldwin. And everything about Alec Baldwin and his bullshit
and his wife's fake accent,
all of it. So essentially, the show is going to be, and Terry has had some back and forth with him at some point, and he had some viral clips about him. So the show is going to be devoted to all of the reasons why we disdain Alec Baldwin. We're going to put aside the fact that he's a great actor and the fact that he does help raise money for, I believe, breast cancer. So
isn't the Carol Baldwin?
Yeah, for his mom. Yeah. So we're going to give him his flowers for that.
Okay.
But because that's just legit and that's real life. But we're going to tackle the abusive way that he treated his children or his daughter, or
Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland, or the attacks on civilians and cab drivers and Uber drivers. Kim Basinger. We're going to do all of that. So please tune in next week for what we hope is the return of Mikey Boy, Terrence Ann McNeely. It's going to be a great show. Sue.
You forgot something.
What?
The kissing hand, but we can talk about that another time.
Oh, no. We're going to... I don't know how I didn't write that. I'm glad. That's a really great way to wrap up the show. I'm glad you brought that up. So... I am sure that, and if you're familiar with this book, please comment that you are familiar with the book. So as you guys know, pretty much everything that Sue and Johnny and the kids owned pretty much perished in the fire. And I had gotten wind a couple of months ago that one of the things, I think Sue probably posted a picture of it, and that's what made me...
First day school.
Yeah, so it made me sensitive to it, because Sue had actually tagged me in the picture of Nino's first day of kindergarten.
Yeah,
and it was basically the baby Nino holding up the picture of the book,
Nino's
The Kissing
going to middle
Hand.
School next year,
He's going to middle school, but he's still the baby. The Kissing Hand, I don't know if you're familiar with it, Tony, is a wonderful children's book written by an incredible author named Audrey Penn, and it basically has to do with Sue, explain exactly how you
like keeping the kiss, and keeping it with you
when you go off to school or
when you go
whatever.
To school and it's still there, and you get sad, and it's there, and you read it before the first day of school,
and as a parent, you weep. I mean, it's. I have pictures of Maxie with it, and Anna and Samantha. The book, just for reference, Tony, has sold over 600 million copies. Wow. Or maybe it was 6 million, but it's a lot. It's a lot of copies. It's definitely 6 million or 600 million.
Definitely to the. I'm not even
but anyway, when I saw Sue posted this, me, I'm always thinking of things and trying to think of angles to finagle things. I just reached out to Audrey Penn. I got a hold of her email, and it took a while.
You got a hold of the person who owns the store's information. Like, how are you doing that?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how I pulled this off, but I got a hold of Audrey Penn's email, and it took a couple of weeks, but I heard back from Pierre Pierre is Audrey Penn's assistant. Audrey, and Pierre basically saw the story. I said, listen, Nino's book is gone, and I'd love if you just sent him a copy with a little inscription from Audrey. And Pierre wrote back, and he said, listen, we're on the road. We're I think they were across, like, in another country on a book tour for her. But when we get back, we'll send something, okay? Fast forward like a few weeks, nothing happened. I reached out again. He's like, we're back this week. We'll send it. And I believe, was it like the day of Halloween or the day before?
And randomly. Like, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, so a package came, and the package essentially was not just an inscribed the Kissing Hand book to Nino, but it was an inscribed book to Nino, Juliana, and Luca, and there were other books, I believe.
Right.
Yeah,
and a new book.
Yeah, and a new book.
Right.
So there was a whole package of books, from Audrey Penn and Pierre to the kids, and obviously they have it and will be moving into their beautiful new home with it. And then a random email came way out of the blue a couple of days ago to me from Pierre again. Just wanted to let you know that we haven't forgot about you, and we've decided that Audrey would like to come on your podcast. Which I don't even remember asking her. I don't even think I did ask her. To be honest with you, I did mention that I was going to tell the story on the podcast. Right. So I made some sort of connection to that, but I don't remember outwardly coming out and saying, "Will she come on?" Just because I didn't think she would. This is a 70-something-year-old woman, but Pierre wrote back and he's like, she'll come on the podcast, and I'm like, great. These are the dates, and he's like, what's a podcast? And he's like, so I'm like, well, this is kind of what happens, and then he writes back. He goes, what will you expect her to do on this podcast? He writes back.
Thank God Mike didn't have to answer that.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny because Pierre, I guess, is French or something like that. And I said, it's going to be one of the things I always let people know when they're coming on as a guest, and there are people who are not familiar with coming on to a podcast, I let them know that it's a very safe space where we're very protective of people. The one, and I wouldn't say it's a negative, but certainly when people hear that they're coming on a show that is run out of one of the biggest comedy clubs in New York, and certainly the biggest one on Long Island, they're thinking, is this going to be a put on? Like, am I going to be like, are you guys going to something like that?
Say something to me.
So then I have to, for reference, let them know we've had professional athletes and different media people, and it's a very safe space. And and I told her we're gonna talk about what Audrey did for the Galena family and the significance of what the Kissing Hand has meant to 6 million or 600 million, whatever it is, families. And so we came up with a date. I believe it's January 20th that they're going to be coming on, and I'm super excited. Now the truth is, for most, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, I'm not interested in that. But for me, that's okay, because there are going to be people who watch that show and they're going to be like, we fucking have been reading that book to our kids for 15, 20 years, you know? So simply because of what they did, when Mike and I started this show, we agreed that we want to make people laugh, but we also want to make people smile and realize that there are good people out there doing good things. And what she did for the Galena family was she didn't need to do that. She didn't need to send $100 worth of books and written notes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
She just did it out of the goodness of her heart, So that's going to be cool. But nothing's ever as cool as having Sue on the show. Thank you. We hope you had a good time. Anything you want to tell us before you go? Promote anything whatsoever? You have anything that you have going on in the hopper?
No, I work now.
Yeah.
And I hope your finger's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing that physical therapy, but we don't need to cover that. Yeah. I'm doing okay. Yeah. But all right, so maybe the fact that Mike invited you on and he did not come in, we'll have to have you on again sooner.
Maybe.
Where Mikey can talk more. But again, thank you, Sue. It's been a great show.
Thank you.
Tony, before I kick it off to you to promote Knock 'em Dead and everything you have going on, I am going to do a spot here on Thursday at Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, and I'm super stoked about that. And Tony, Knock 'em Dead Comedy, what do you got going on?
This Saturday, we're doing an audience interactive comedic murder mystery at McGuire's out in Bohemia. That's one of Governor's Clubs.
Mystery.
It's a mob-themed holiday show. where the audience gets to solve the murder. It's a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Mark.
Very cool. And every day, please, and I've been watching more of it, to be honest with you, than ever. Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Tony has a show every day that starts at 11. It goes till 12:30. He used to be off on Wednesdays. Now he goes every single day. His guests vary every day, from his friend Jeff Skelsey to Diane Fogarty on Tuesdays to Rosie Fiumara on Fridays. Every single day there's something a little bit different going on. So if you're hanging around on a daily morning at 11 o'clock, pop on govscomedyclubpodcast.com. You'll see Tony's show. And then, of course, we have all the great shows here. We have Nick Graystone's show on Thursday nights. We have Chris Roach's show, The Psychology of Fuckery, that hopefully they're going to change on Tuesdays. So please, as always, follow everything at Governors. Share our podcast. Keep on listening. You have any thoughts or things for us to talk about, shoot us a message. And that's it. We thank you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next week with Terrence Ann McNeely, Mike Keegan, and all the vitriol we have in our bodies for Alec Baldwin. Have a good week.
Arr.
Yeah.